hold up. You need to hear me. You need to take care of yourself. If you just go and die, nobody's going to send you. Bruh, relax and enjoy your life. Welcome to yet another beautiful video. So guys, I just came back from the gym. That's why I'm a little bit sweaty. So obviously, according to the title of this video, today's video is going to be about how to get mentally and physically on point this 2020. This is the second half of the year, and honestly speaking guys, there is no time to say no time. So what better way to get your physical health on track than to take care of your body in several different ways and to have spa days. So I'm about to go visit a spa right now. It's called La Vita Spa. I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about the services, and I'm going to show the location. And once I'm back, I'm going to properly sit down and talk to you guys. Like, you need to hear me, because I'm someone who's constantly struggled. Like, I've struggled with just being internally happy. Do you understand? And one thing about your internal happiness and your mental health is the fact that the moment your mindset is not on point, every other thing begins to deteriorate. Guys, I'm just coming back from the gym. That's why I'm sweating so much. I'm sorry. Anyways, the moment your mental health is not on point, your friendships, your relationships, your finances, everything just begins to go downhill. I promise you, I have been there. It has been a roller coaster. I have been on therapy sessions that didn't save me. I have done a lot of things. And the fact that I finally gotten to where I am today is basically more than a testimony. So just hold up. Don't be in a hurry to click out of this video, because I have details for you. I have good checklists that you could literally just follow to, you know, basically check yourself and make sure that you're on track. Because at the end of the day, baby, there is no time to say no time. If you just go and die, nobody's going to send you. The world keeps moving. You need to take care of yourself from inside out. Okay, so stay tuned, and when I'm back, I'm going to give you guys all the tea. Mwah. This is what the massage room looks like. I'm going to do the hammam first. I told her that I want to start with the hammam because, like I said, I just came back from the gym. Okay, looks pretty decent. I'm just going to start from like here. One of the most important points, if you've ever met a successful person before, one thing that you would notice from them is the fact that they are very confident. Why? Because they know what they bring to the table, they know what they are worth, and they know how valuable they are. So one thing that's most minus, like material things and all of that, which you think you admire about wealthy and successful people, what you actually really admire is their confidence level, because they know that they are not useless. They are never liabilities, not just owning liabilities, but being a liability as a person. Like, you know, some people are actually assets while some people are liabilities. So if you meet a successful person, one thing you would quickly be able to tell and differentiate is the fact that they know their worth. So you need to 100% check your confidence level. That's like number one pro tip. Number two would definitely be working hard and working smart. That's the two. I feel like it's all cap, because I don't know about you, but if you've been around the block, you know one thing is that you went to school with somebody that never studied but got all A's. You also met someone who wasn't hardworking but is wealthy. So all those work hard, work smart, do this, do that, it's all cap in my opinion. At the end of the day, who is going to be blessed is going to be blessed. Like, who is going to get it is going to get it. 1,000 people can be doing the same real estate and only one person who is going to be a billionaire. Oh, work hard, work smart and everything. It's all cap. Like I said, everybody knows those people that you I'm not trying to say that obviously you're not going to do anything. You're going to do things, but don't try to do more than yourself. Do you understand? All those staying awake to, they say, okay, stay awake to 3 a.m. working on your goals and your vision. Bruh, if it's for you, it's going to come through eventually. No matter how long it's going to take, at the end of the day, what's yours is yours. So cut yourself some slacks. You are not on any other person's race. You're not on any other person's journey. It's you yourself and your goals, you yourself and your life, you yourself and your partner, your future, whatever. So 100% stick to something that you're definitely passionate about, because one thing I'll tell you for sure is that whatever you're starting at all, anything that you decide that you want to start, it's not going to like happen for you overnight, right? Like you're not going to be the next Bill Gates or the next Jeff Bezos overnight. It's going to take a while. Like there needs to be a certain level of consistency, no matter how easy it is for you. Like for example, relatively speaking, Wizkid sort of blew overnight, right? But obviously music is for him. That's why he like kept on keeping on jiggets, and it's always going to be easy once you're passionate about it. So don't do anything just simply because someone else is like obviously doing very good at it, right? And that's end of the second pro tip. Relax and enjoy your life. Life is short. Don't forget that. Hi, what's popping? So before I continue with like the mental part of this video, because obviously it's both about your physical and your mental health. So for your physical health, I'll continue with the mental part. And for your physical health, like 100%, I totally recommend. I'm personally going through like a whole physical journey of like just generally being more athletic, and why I decided to do that is because like actually the influence of my dad, he's been putting a lot of pressure on me due to the fact that he knows I suffer from low energy levels, and I'm like always weak, always tired. I'm on iron supplements, I'm on some vitamins on a daily basis, and still I suffer from like back pain. Now mind you guys, this has just been a little over maybe 2 weeks of consistently working out, like either a run, going for a jog, TRX class, swimming and everything. Like at least 3-4 times a week I do something a little bit active, and already I can notice that my back pain is supposedly gone. Like I don't feel as terrible as I used to. Do you understand? So I feel like 100% it helps. Like for me, I do have a different reaction though, because when I start going to the gym or anything like that, I eat more. So sometimes I actually tend to feel sleepy through the day because I'm used to eating less than I eat now. But anyways, eventually I'll probably get used to the whole thing. But 100%, like if I knew that my energy level would be like a little bit better just by going to the gym, maybe I would have started sooner, because I really hate anything that is athletic, anything that is sporty. I'm not a fan at all. This is like the first time in my life that I'm trying to. Do you understand? So obviously just pick your poison. You don't have to go the traditional gym route. You can even do like aerobics or home exercise basically. Do you understand? And I feel like it's going to just it really helps. So honestly speaking, I feel like it feels good. So look for something, pick your own poison, anything at all. Before now I used to stick to only swimming. Do you understand? Now I'm just trying to add a little bit more to that swimming. Just 30 minutes a day self, it's okay for me, to be honest. 1 hour 30 minutes a day, it's fine. Do you understand? So now we can go back to the mental parts, mental check of this video. Feel free to like make it a whole checklist. Go from like, because I've already spoken about 2 earlier on. The third thing that I'm going to say will be, don't be needy, be needed. Now somewhere in your life you have probably come across this sentence, either in church, in the mosques, on Instagram, on Pinterest. Some I know you know, but I'm still going to talk about it anyways, because at the end of the day, like I think I've mentioned this, I don't know which video I mentioned it, but it's kind of like when I said don't put your problems on people like that, I'm big on that. I'm big on not suffocating anybody with your problem, not your parents, not your spouse, not your friends. Like try to always handle things as much as you can before you know go out begging and dredging for help or whatever. Always cut your coat according to your size, so you don't find yourself in situations where you are looking for a savior. You don't need anybody to save you. The same way that you have your life is the same way other people have their lives and their own problems. Do you understand? So
in the terms of, okay, some people take it to extreme when they're like, oh, don't have friends or partners where you're like, what do you want to get from them, and you can only be like, what are you going to give to them? No, it doesn't have to be that serious. It's okay to want something from someone, to want either the person to feel an emotional box, or to feel I don't know, maybe like you like presents, you want people in your life to gift you. It's okay to have all those expectations. I'm not one of those people that will say don't have expectations. You can have expectations, but to the point where you are now choking somebody, like the person can't have a life, the person can't breathe just because they know you. Come off it. Everybody is replaceable, in my own opinion. Do you understand? The same way you'll be like, oh, I'm going to replace this person, I'm going to replace my best friend, them too, they can still replace you. You are not irreplaceable. Come off it. You're not made of diamond. Just rest. Do you understand? So always try your best to keep your neediness to the minimal. Do you understand? Be very minimal about it, because that would also boost your confidence when you know that there's nothing that I ever go through in this life that I have so far not been able to overcome, with or without anybody. It's not every time that you're going to be needing a saving grace, especially as a woman. Some women try to play this victim card all the time, no matter how tough you're. Like, oh my god, today I just saw this lady, Ada, is it Ada Ame, some actress that I had watched her interview with Chude some months back, where she talks about her daughter's death and everything, and then just for her to die now, and then we're just realizing that before her daughter died, 7 members of her family, no, 6 members, 3 of her brothers, 3 of her sisters died. So just imagine the amount of emotional pressure that woman was going through for her to just slump and die just like that. And yet nobody even knew. Do you understand? If it's some people, one person die, I'm sure all their friends will suffer, because they'll keep on playing the victim card, they'll keep on crying and soaking for help. Like, everybody has problems. Do you understand? Be that person who be sensitive enough not to drop emotional baggages on people. Do you understand? Because on a personal note, I have done this in the past, in a situation where I know that this person loves me so much, and the person wants to like be there and help solve my problems, and then I just like, this is what I'm going through, this is what I'm going through, and it's like you're just putting every single thing on that person. Allow people to only be but assistants to you. Let them help you. Let them cushion your blow. Let them give you a shoulder to cry on, but not necessarily their whole body. Do you understand? Allow people the space to just also go through, because somebody might be going through something and they won't tell you. They won't tell you of their own problems. They won't want to bug you. So be sensitive enough to understand other people's plight, and be someone who is more about giving as well. Do you understand? Don't always be so selfish about everything. I personally, I don't really like people that are like that. You know, those people that constantly post all those quotes, don't come close to me, don't do this if you are not delivering this in my life. Those people that talk like that, when you actually, you know, put on your binoculars, you find out that they don't even have anything that they're giving themselves. They're not bringing anything to the table, but yet they'll be suffocating on people in their life. Don't be that person. It's very like nonchalant, it's ignorant, it's disgusting, basically. If you need a break, do take a break. If you need to lock yourself in the room and try to figure out all these emotions that you're going through, because like I said in my introduction, I have gone through therapy. I've gone through therapy that helps. I've gone through therapy that didn't help for anything. So when it comes to like depression or like mental stability, I've come to the conclusion that it's genuinely only you that could help yourself. Every other person is nothing but a pillow. They're just there to soften your landing. They're just there to make it softer for you, put a smile on your face every now and then, you know, chilling around with your friends. That's a therapeutic activity right there. Do you understand? But that does not mean that they're going to be the ones to solve any problem in your life. You have to put on your big girl pants, you have to put on your big boy shorts, and you have to face life head on. head on, fire for fire. You're fighting through. You are going to come out alive. You're not dying. Like, it's not that deep. Do you understand? You don't need a lot of the things that you convince yourself that you need. What you genuinely need is a sane mind, a happy mind, which brings us to the next point, which is being content with your life and not with the amounts in your bank account. Don't tag your self-worth, don't tag your dignity to how much you have, what you've accomplished, and you need to write a whole checklist, a whole box, and you need to tick all those boxes before you are worthy of being called a person. Who made the rules? And if anybody made the rules, I'ma take a very big ass laser eraser and erase it and write my own damn rules, because it's my life. It's your life. You need to be okay with where you are. Where you are in life is exactly where you're supposed to be. I don't care if you've been in coma for the past 20 years. This is exactly where you're supposed to be. You need to, you know what, breathe in, breathe out. I swear on my life, and a lot of my mentality, like my mentality level, a lot of it is actually being formed by my father, to be very honest, because like I said, I'm someone who struggled with anxiety and overthinking and self-inflicted depression, because it's kind of like I have this timeline that is just unreachable, unthinkable. It's crazy, it's absurd, it's risky, almost impossible. It's like, you know, my father always tell me, like, baby girl, you're young, do you realize do you realize, like I said in my 9th routine video, go check out that video if you haven't already. I'll put the thumbnail on here. My 9th routine is lit. Like I said, you don't know if you're going to live until 90 years old, like literally. And if you're just in your 30s right now, baby, you have 60 years to go. You have 50 years to go. You have 20 years to go. You have 1 year to go. I don't care. Obviously, you're not dying anytime soon. Obviously, like, we all believe that we're going to live long, right? We don't know, but we believe that, and we do things in projection for the amount of years we hope to live for. So a lot of people are already making plans for how their 80s and their 90s and their 70s. People are making plans for retirement. People are making life assurance, which is, you know, it's a wise thing to do, because that tells that you're taking control of your future that you are not even sure of. That's a very calculated person, and I'm proud of you. Keep keeping on, keep going, don't give up. But at the end of the day, what is it going to profit you if your future that you are planning for is perfect but your present is miserable? What is it going to, like, what do you gain? Okay, now that you are in your room crying alone, what have you gained? What did you gain? Okay, you went to go and do things just because you want people to be proud of you. What did you gain? Tell me. Come, let's talk. You see why I don't have people? I usually I don't have people in my life, because I laugh at people a lot. What have you gained? Come and sit down and tell me. You didn't gain nothing. Don't deceive yourself. Do you understand? You need to get to the point and the stage where you are living life, like life for yourself. It doesn't matter about the validation or who says or who doesn't say. And this is where, like, the whole topic of, like, you know, toxic friendship, toxic relationship, toxic parents come into play. I am personally very immune to those things, because it's kind of like, I'm sorry, but like, bye. Like, I'm sorry, but like, bye. What are you trying to say? Often people that would, like, I don't want to go into anything that is, you know, contradicting anybody's religious belief, but nothing is certain. Every narrative that we have heard about since the day we were born up until today, nobody is certain of the narrative that is being created, because at the end of the day, no one is that important. Whatever you choose to do with your life and do with your time, in the grand scheme of things, as long as you are not doing something like cocaine that takes you down the hill, like, live happily. I swear on my life, you deserve it. I would say that 100%. one of the things that I'm very big on is just being happy. Like, I want people to be so happy. Like, I love to see people happy. Like, I literally could share a tear. Like, I love to see people happy. Anyways, I don't want to, like, because I'm starting to like check in with my emotional side. I obviously don't want to do that, so let's just call the video quits for a bit. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, if you keep on with my channel, you would understand how deep and how intense I feel about certain things. So kudos to those people like who stick around on this space, because we're spapping, baby. We're free on this platform. Like, we're literally free. You're living in my freedom. That's what you're doing by watching this channel. I am Francesca Treasure. I love you, I love me, and go check out my other videos.